Hey guys, sorry for the late delay there in the start. Oh, just been so busy. I'm trying to get things straightened out here. Um, trying to get some editing done. I'm trying to get talking to Lady Sarah. It's just one thing after another. Welcome to the show. I'm Sri Lankan Sammi. Sammi in Cebu. Thanks for joining me for my Saturday morning coffee. I already finished my coffee, so I had coffee. I went to the gym. I just got back, showered and changed. Had some fruit. I gotta replenish the water. After this, I'm gonna go and wash the motorcycle and do some more editing. I have a crap ton of videos that I need to get ready and uploaded. I want to say thank you to every single person who is commenting. Wow, I got so much constructive criticism, and I'm listening to it. Give me a week or so to fine tune everything, because unfortunately videos are at least a week in advance. But let me tell you something. Hearing your comments about what you like and don't like really helps me, because it makes me want to do better. Let me make sure the sound is working here. Sound is working fine. Let me turn down the music. It's a little loud. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right. There's just so much going on today. So busy. And I love it. I absolutely love it. If you are here, say hi, please. Let me know where you're from, where you're texting, watching from. Let me just say this. I am working so hard to do better. You don't want to know what's going on in the back end here. I am spending hours studying, researching, trying to get better. And I hope I'm doing right by you and your time that you are investing watching my vlogs. I am a Canadian Sri Lankan citizen living here in Cebu, Mactan Newtown, Lapu-Lapu, Philippines. And I'm exploring what it's going to take me to retire here. And I have discovered that the one thing that I was missing in my life was socializing. Socializing with, in Sri Lanka, I don't think I can socialize with Sri Lanka. Okay, let me put it this way. I'm having fun socializing with expats and tourists. Locals, I'm having fun with, and I'm meeting lots of locals, obviously. And I think my personality fits better with socializing with expats, like-minded expats who are in my same retirement zone. Entrepreneurial expats, maybe people who aren't really interested in settling down and getting married and having kids. I think in Sri Lanka, the problem with me is that I'm not Sri Lankan. So I don't have any cultural connection. Not cultural. I don't have any connection with these people because I didn't grow up in Sri Lanka. So that causes problems in having the same mindset, I think. When I'm talking to an expat, we have the same life experience. We lived in the West. We've had the hardships and the stresses and the marriages and all of that stuff. And now we're living here and we're experiencing the life here, and it's just phenomenal. And I think that's why I'm happier here than I am in Sri Lanka. Yes, I can meet expats in Sri Lanka, but it's just not the same. It's not the same. I've tried it, and I wasn't as successful as I am here. So, welcome to December. We are November 29. We've got 2 more days, and we're coming up on my birthday at Christmas time. We have the tree lighting here. Um, so, I live in what's kind of like a gated community. It's not really gated, it's open to the public, but it is not part of the city. It is managed by the company that owns the land. They have. I'm going to be interviewing the one of the developers here this afternoon. I'm having lunch with her, and I'm going to find out more information. But from what I can understand, Mega World owns all of the land, and then they lease it to the. They don't sell the land; they lease it, so they control everything that happens, from the property development to the infrastructure to the maintenance to the commercial district. So it's interesting because they have their own, they call them marshals, but they're basically police. They have street maintenance, cleaning, everything. It's just wonderful. So they set up over the last month or so, they've been installing lights and everything like that. And yesterday, they had the lighting ceremony. So again, socializing. This is my friend Paul. And he lives next door to me, one floor down. He's Dutch, a little older than me. I met him in the gym. I'm going to the gym every day now. I just got back from the gym. And he invited me to go out with him and his friends tonight. And I invited my friends to join us. Again, a couple guys who I met here in the building. Not sure if they're going to make it because they're not night owls. But I'm still going with Paul, and we're gonna meet up for dinner before going out. So that's gonna be fun. And socializing. Oh my gosh, socializing is so much fun here. I go out every day. Like what I mean is, I don't go out and spend money. I go out and I socialize. And that is my new notification screen. So it's the new Formula One. That's the radio notification, and the box is come into the pits, because I am huge Formula One fan, and I cannot wait for this weekend's race in Qatar. Max Verstappen fan. You guys know I'm a Formula One Red Bull Racing Max Verstappen fan. So give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Sorry about that, guys. This lady Sarah. So I was talking to her. I'll tell you what's going on there in a minute. Um, so I've had some really positive interactions with subscribers. You guys are really kicking it. I truly appreciate it. I hope, Darren, if you're watching this now or later, that you're safe. There is a cyclone tropical cyclone, very low grade tropical cyclone going through Sri Lanka right now. I was watching the webcams from my house. Mom and dad are safe and fine. There was flooding yesterday in the road in front of our house, about 2 or 3 inches. So Darren, glad you made it out okay. I mean, obviously in the urban areas, it's safe. It's in the countryside, in the areas that are low-lying and river, like close to the river, close to the ocean, and in the mountains because of landslides and flooding. That's it, right? So mom and dad live in a slightly elevated area, but next to them is a area that gets flooded, and the flooding came up to the front of the house like a puddle, right? So it's only about this deep. It wasn't a problem. And the house sits high, so it didn't come inside to our property. Wow. So the wind was strong. I experienced the same thing here in Cebu with the typhoon, category 1 typhoon that came right past my house, 25 kilometers north of me. The eye was 25 kilometers north of me. And then just Monday, we had a tropical storm, and I could hear the window doing this, So I'm glad you got home. Glad you're safe. And I hope your family had a fun time in Sri Lanka while they were there. So getting back to the channel, I really appreciate everyone's comments. I had one really great comment, suggesting I tweak a few things in my back end. And I really appreciate that because, I'm not an expert. None of us are, but suggestions always help us focus on what we may not see, because, a fresh set of eyes can give, more information. That's really good. Yeah. Mom is working with her group to do some things, and I gave her access to, she has access to my bank account. So I said, take that money and, buy some food and stuff and support for some local people in our area. So Darren, I'm taking into account everything I can do to make things better. Yeah, that was a lot of rain. Let me tell you something. And the thing is that it's not just the rain. It just then it all flows into like one river or something like that, and that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. I saw a lot of video, and the thing is it's not just Sri Lanka. It happened here in Cebu. It happens all over the world. Whenever there's a storm like this, it happens everywhere. That's Paul. So we were just talking about the racing, because the racing is it. Yeah, mom and dad had power in their house. They didn't lose power. They said they lost internet for a little bit, but then it came back. Obviously, they didn't have satellite television because they have satellite. Yeah, it's going to get worse before it gets better, but that's the same thing that happened in Cebu, the same thing that happened in that fire in Hong Kong, the same thing that happens everywhere. There's nothing you can do except prepare. and then bring in the support afterwards to help the people that are left. And this is not like this is. And here's the thing: it's unfortunate to say, but it's not like this is a strange thing. When it rains, it floods. When it floods, there's landslides, and people just don't prepare because they don't have the funds or the resources. Yeah, it is the worst one. I mean, it is the worst one. I'm not going to disagree with that, but it wasn't like it was like it came out of nowhere. They knew it was going to happen, and I saw that they were trying to prepare for it. India's sending rescue and stuff like that, and China. So the neighbors are all sending help. But anyway, the channel, I'm working on doing improvements. Next weekend, I don't know if I'm going to do a live stream on Saturday. No, I'm not doing a live stream on Saturday. I will do it on Sunday, because Saturday I have the motorcycle rally, and it's not possible. The following weekend, I'm going on a motorcycle ride on the Saturday. So I'm going to move the live stream to Sunday, and the Sunday live stream, I'm going to try to do it from the beach if the weather is good. If the weather's good, I'm going to try to do it from the beach. What else? So it's 10:30 and 36 degrees with the humidity. It was hot yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was so hot. Couldn't believe how hot it was last night at like 7 o'clock at night. So like I said, I'm going to go meet with the realtor today, property developer, to talk about what is happening in this community. Where did it come from? What's the status today, and where's it going? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's why you don't see a lot of me walking around and talking, because I find that creepy. I absolutely find that creepy, talking to strangers on the street. I have a couple, but it's not something I'm actively going out and doing. I mean, you're not going to find me doing that. Like I was supposed to do a night out video, but it wasn't G-rated. It wasn't PG rated. It was PG-13. Let's put it that way. There's people drinking, talking, and a few bad words here or there. And I just don't want that on my channel. I want it to be more like friendly. But I talked about the night out and what we did. And also the guys I was with didn't want to be on camera. So, respect that. But we went out and had fun. I had a blast with Barry. Like, this guy is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. He is a load of fun. And then he met my friends in the motorcycle club, and they took him around, and because he likes to go out and have fun. He's a single guy, handsome guy. He's financially well off, Canadian, and he has to go home on Tuesday to take care of some business back home. But he said he's coming back, and he's definitely going to retire. So I want him to enjoy his time here. So I'm introducing him to people and showing him around and talking to him about what will benefit his life here. And he's like really cool about it. He's like thankful, he's having a great time. Lady Sarah, I just finished talking with her for the last hour. She is, I was just reaching out to her to find out how her relationship with her new boyfriend is going. Not new, but the guy she's been dating for quite a while, and who she's thinking of, moving to the next level. She's going to Hong Kong in a week for 3 days for a short trip. Then she's going to Thailand with him in Christmas to meet his family. He's Thai, but he owns a business in Korea. And then she says on the way back from Thailand, she'll try to stop off in Cebu and visit me. And I said, no coming here by yourself. You have to come with him, because he may say he's okay with you traveling with me, but he's not. That's going to be a bone of contention in the future. He's nice to you now because he wants the relationship to be positive. But after you've been with someone for a while, you'll nitpick at the tiniest thing. I don't like that you bang your spoon on the cup. It drives me insane when you're stirring your coffee. Why do you have to bang your spoon on the cup? It's the littlest things. So I told her, from now on, it's just, we're just good friends. No more of this, brother and sister or whatever relationship we have. That's done. Don't talk about it. Don't mention it. I know you told him about me, but stop it. It's just, I don't want to be in the middle of any kind of drama with anybody. It's not worth it. It's so not worth it. Yeah, I mean, he's a nice guy. She is very picky, very selective, and very intelligent. And she says he treats her nice. And, she has said to me on numerous occasions, like we had a relationship 10 years ago. It didn't work out because of the age difference. And because I'm not 100% her type. She didn't really know what type she was. She was young. But with me, it's very easy for me to go from loving someone, lusting someone, to caring about them as a friend. I can disconnect between those two things. A lot of my best friends are females who I had either a relationship with or an attraction with, but then it just fizzled out and it became more of a friend, like a deep friendship. Like one of my longest friends, Dana, I met her, 18 years ago. And we've traveled Japan, Sri Lanka twice, China once. But then she started her business and we couldn't travel anymore. And now she's in a relationship with someone, so, we're just friends. Princess Jasmine is coming. She's going to come the first week of March. I've extended my trip till the end of March. So she's coming for the first week of March. I don't know how long she's going to come for, but she's going to come for that. But I got her own apartment. She's not staying with me. Absolutely not. Oh my God. No way. She's just a friend. It's just that she needs to get away from Korea for a while. She just broke up with her long-term boyfriend and she needs to get out and have some fun. And I know that I can, get her out of her head. But Lady Sarah, I told her, don't mention, I told her a long time ago. I don't know what she's told him about me, but I said, don't mention what our private relationship that we had 10 years ago. He doesn't want to know that, right? Because any outside guy is a threat. Especially younger guys, they're not mature enough to be able to accept it. Me, I don't care, right? I'm over you from that. I mean, it was 10 years ago. I'm over it. So I just appreciate you as a friend because number one, you're not insane. Number two, you don't bother me. Number three, you like the same things I like. So I enjoy going out with you because you like to travel, you like the water, and you like to eat. Those are the three things I love to do. So why wouldn't I want to hang out with you? Like, for example, I have some friends who don't like to go out at night. And I'm like, and then I have other friends who don't like to go to the water. you know, and so out of everyone I know, Lady Sarah is probably the closest to my personality in all of the people I know. She's financially stable. She's mentally stable. Emotionally, she's a little bit of a flake. She's still young, and she loves the same things I love. I think that that's most important. She loves to do the same things I like to do. So it's not about trying to convince. It's not about compromising. You want to go swimming? Absolutely. You want to go for a snorkel? Absolutely. You want to go to the beach? Absolutely. You want to go to a motorcycle ride? Absolutely. It's not a question. So that's why I enjoy the time with her. I mean, it doesn't hurt that she's beautiful and young and financially stable. I don't have to support her. So I told her, his family is not going to understand. He may say he understands, but his family is not. Like when he tells his family, oh, Sarah's going away with her friend. Oh, what's her name? Oh, it's a guy. And they're not going to understand it. It's not going to be. And then they're like, the parents be like, oh, do you really want to be with a girl like this? And it's going to cause drama and then I said, like, he has to choose between his family and you. And he's going to choose his family, and that's going to cause drama in your life. I don't want to be the hurdle that prevents you from being happy. So just leave me out of your personal life. Don't include me in that. The only conversation about me should be he is a trusted family friend. That's all. I've known him for 10 years. We've occasionally traveled together, but he's like an older brother or uncle. That's it. Don't get into any other details. Trusted family friend. That's it. I've been in this situation before. I don't want to get into it again. Anyway, December. Oh, I'm so excited. My other club member got his motorcycle, and it's a Harley Davidson. I got my motorcycle, and I'm gonna go riding. I've already booked with the group. We're going riding on the 13th. I'm gonna take you guys with me. I got the mount already set up, ready for the 360. It's gonna be a great trip. Oh, I can't wait. We're gonna go up into the mountains. We're gonna have we're going to eat out in the countryside. We're going to meet people in the countryside. You guys are going to love it. You guys are going to absolutely love that trip. So tonight I'm going to go out. You're going to see the evening food court. I did a video yesterday with touring the beach that's here and the pool, the amenities that are at the beachfront that I have access to, and as well as the nighttime lighting of the street lights and everything, the Christmas lights. So we had fireworks, we had the mayor come, the main tree lighting on the main boulevard. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second. Close the drapes. It's so sunny and hot. Right. So, um, what else is going on? Um, yeah, I think one of the most important things that I've discovered on this trip is the socializing aspect. When I was in Subic Bay last time, socializing was so difficult because I wasn't in a tourist area. I was more in a residential area, and I couldn't get out because I was working so much. So this time, I think what's different is that I have less work time, and I'm also focused on exercising. Like going to the gym every day is something that I am absolutely in love with. Um, let's see here. Wash the motorcycle, take it to the car wash and get it washed. And I'm going to bring it back and cover it because it's going to rain for the next couple of days after, I think, Monday. It's going to rain for a couple of days. We have another tropical depression, not tropical depression, low pressure system, not a tropical depression. So basically, I am having way too much fun because I'm doing things that I didn't do in Sri Lanka. I'm exercising, it's giving me a lot of energy, and I am socializing. I am socializing to the point where I have made 3 good friends here. And then I have my motorcycle club friends. And then I have the friends that Anuj introduced me to who live in Cebu city, who are like expat and entrepreneurs. They're really cool people. I wanted to go out and see them last night, but I couldn't. And I'm probably not going to see them for 2 more weeks. But I'm going to message them and just say, oh, by the way, going to come out and see you guys in a couple of weeks for the Christmas holidays. It's going to be a while before I can see them. Because, all right, next weekend is the club rally. So Friday and Saturday, it's not going to be possible. The weekend after that, I can't go out on Friday because I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to meet up the guys at 5 a.m. for coffee and breakfast before we head out of the city on Saturday. And then I'll be riding all day. I don't know if I'll be in any condition to go out after riding for 4 or 5 hours. And then the weekend after that is the week before Christmas, and that's when Tim's sister-in-law is coming, and we're going to be having like family time. Like, I'm included in that. Tim has invited me. And then the weekend after that is Christmas weekend. Maybe I'll go out then, because that'll be my birthday weekend, and we'll go out for my birthday. But probably the motorcycle club's going to do something for me. Anyway, yeah, Darren, see, the thing is I've said it before, I've tried it, and it's so much work that it's not worth it. For me to get out of Jaya and get to like Colombo and stuff like that, it's just not worth it. For me here, it's 2 minutes to walk down and I'm out on the street with tons of people. Or I just walk 5 minutes to the beach and there's tons of people. Or I go in the pool or the gym. It's all right here in this community. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to plan. I don't have to pack everything and pay a lot of money too. Okay, because doing all of that stuff costs. So it's not something. It's not a thing about slacking. It's about time and money, right? I did do it once a month or once in a while. I would go to Port City, or I would go, somewhere, but it cost money and it took a lot of time. Here, I'm outside every day. I don't even need to take my take vitamin D supplements because I'm in the sun every day. One of my other subscribers said, "How are you tanned in Cebu but not tanned in Sri Lanka?" Because I never go out. Now, I think part of it is that my schedule has reduced. I think that that's a huge thing. I think that's a huge thing. My schedule has reduced to the point where I'm working. What am I working? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe 14, 15 hours a week. That's it. And only Monday to Thursday. That's it. Monday to Thursday. And in the evening. It's only in the evening. So I'm basically starting to work local time in Cebu, 5 p.m. till 10 p.m. That's it. So I have my mornings and afternoons off to do things. I can even go to the beach every day and come back at 3 o'clock, shower and change and get ready for work. It's perfect. I love it. So it gives me a lot of free time to do what I want. If I had to do that in Sri Lanka, I would have to take a day off because I wouldn't be able to come back in time to work because it wouldn't be worth it. I would have to leave at 2 or 3 o'clock to come back home in time because we're talking about 45 minutes to an hour, right? So it's just not, in my opinion, I'm not going to go and try to have fun on a schedule, like planned fun. It's just not, I hate that. It's not my preference, so I'm not going to do it, right? What else is going on? I'm going to be doing a couple of more lifestyle vlogs. I think you guys are going to like those. Like how my day-to-day is affected, like by weather, by social, by running errands, like the little things that people forget to talk about. I'm going to be, and another person suggested I meet up with other YouTubers here and do collabs. I've reached out. I have. Britt, I've reached out to him. He responded, but never followed up. I gave him all my contact info, never followed up. Tim, who lives in the same building I do, I have his contact info. I reached out to him. He didn't reach back. So I'm not going to force it. If they want to collab, they'll collab. I don't chase people, like you. It's just not in my personality. I'm not going to do it. If you want to work with me, great. If you don't, it's fine. I don't want them to say, "Oh, by the way, I'm not interested in doing it with you." It's fine. I don't want people to feel uncomfortable. So I put it out there. I did it once. I did it twice. I'm going to let it go after that. They know where to find me. Maybe I'm just not big enough, or maybe they see it as competition. I don't know. But anyway. Collabs I'm going to do if someone reaches out to me. Interviews, I don't want to because that's not really what my channel's all about, but I will do a couple. Like I'll try to talk to Barry or Paul. But Barry's leaving. He's coming back in January. So I'll interview him in January. Like he's a good example of someone taking that first step. So he is in that transition from wrapping up his business in Canada and moving out here. I mean, I did it 20 years ago, but he's doing it for the first time. He's a little older than me, and he's got a lot of great advice on what's happening today. I don't really know what's happening today in the West, like how to wrap things up and those kinds of things. So he'll be a good resource for us to talk to. Guys, if you're there and you have any questions, join the chat. Let me know where you're calling from. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'd be more than happy to chat with you. This is why I do it, so I can chat with you. I'm also going to, like I said, today I'm going to interview the developer and talk about the future of this area. I'm not going to talk about costings or things like that, or buying, or that. You guys can, there's enough vloggers out there who are doing that. I'm not interested in doing that. What else? Cost of living. I'm going to do a cost of living in January, because I'll be able to like do the calculations and everything that, because things have been fluctuating for me. But suffice it to say that I'm on average, I'm projecting that I'm spending about $1,300 a month. Now, if you were to retire here long term, that number will go down. That number could go down as low as $1,000 a month. Now, I don't drink alcohol, and I overspend on transportation. So, I spend 150 US a month on a motorcycle, where you could get it for 50. This condo is a little bit more because it's short term. I eat out a little bit too much. And socializing costs money, right? Because I go on trips and stuff like that, so it does cost more. But if I'm gonna calculate what it would cost me without all of those like extra charges, like if I was living here without doing all of those things, so that you can have a kind of an idea of like what a 4-star living might cost you, so you can budget. I was up early today, man, like 5:30. My tower is Tower C. I face the squatters village, which is behind here, and they have chickens, so you can kind of hear them. I'm up on a high floor, but when I come back, I'm gonna have Tower B or Tower A, which is much quieter, and I'm not gonna be facing the back where the squatters are. I'm gonna be facing the front, which is the street. Facing the street, and the view from there's no condos. There's just a 3-story, 4-story museum that's across the way. And if you're up high enough, you can see the airport and the causeway and the ocean, which is really beautiful. And you can see Cebu City, so it's really beautiful. The sunsets are incredible. I have the sunrise. The sunset is behind me. So that's where I'm going to choose. So I have contacted a few agents here, and I'm going to play them against each other. I'm just going to say, I'm going to say, listen, honestly, I have 3 people who are bidding on my lease. Okay. If you want my business, give me your best price and give me the best condo you have. This is what I want. Find me this condo and tell me what your price is. And I have found a better unit in a better tower, 1 bedroom. This is a studio. I found a 1-bedroom for the same price. Absolutely the same price. Now, if I come to them and say, okay, well, I'll pay 1 year in advance, but I want it for this price, I'm pretty sure they'll agree. Because traditionally what it is you put 1 month's deposit as a security deposit, you pay first month's rent, and then, you pay 2 months deposit and first month's rent. Something like that. I don't know. What I paid was, when I moved in, I paid 1 month's deposit. No, I I can't remember what I paid. $200 deposit, and then 2 months rent. I can't remember. I know I get $200 back at the end of my lease, so that's my deposit. So I paid 2 months rent, and then on Monday I have to pay another 2 months rent. And then in January I'll pay my final month because I'm extending my contract. But I haven't decided yet. Once I change the flight and I get a confirmation on the flight change, because I have to pay $3 to change my flight. So that's the ticket price difference between the flight I'm on now and the flight that's in March is $3. So using my Korean credit card is just impossible to do that. So I have to wait until January until I get my new card sent to me and get that all set up. I don't want to. Anyway, it's complicated. Korean credit cards are impossible to use online. There's so many security features, and because the security system sees me not in my normal place, it's put a lock on it, and there's more steps to go through, and it doesn't like what I'm doing. So it keeps like asking for more security features to be added, and it's so complex that I just said forget it. It's not worth it. I'll just wait until I get my new card and get that set up. Anyway, neither here nor there. But I am extending it. So once I get my flight extended, then I'll go to immigration and get that taken care of. And then once I get my visa extended, then I will pay for my final month. They're pretty easy here. It's like, once you're already in, I mean, they can't say no. You know, I'm paid till end of December. So as long as I pay before the end of December, they can't really say anything to me. They're really kind here. They're really sweet. They really take good care of you. Although, you know, Filipino time, it takes a little longer to get things done. And they're always trying to sell you. Everybody on the street, sir, would you like to buy a condo? Would you like that? No, thank you. Now, some of them know me already and they don't bother me, but yeah, they're always trying to sell you the condo. I'm going to talk about buying versus selling here in this area. I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about, number one, I'm going to talk about why would you buy versus why would you rent in retirement? Okay. I'm going to talk about that. And then the second thing is I'm going to talk about some of the things that I've heard and seen here and maybe why you might want to consider renting and not buying. And then some of the stories I've heard, right? So those are some of the things I'm going to talk about in the future. What else is going on? Yeah, the channel's really doing well. My God, can't believe how amazing the analytics are doing. I mean, it's perfect what I'm seeing. Watch time, subscribers. Like today, we've gotten like this week. Oh yeah, I have to go into. Like average view time. We're talking like 6 or 7 minutes per video. That's huge time for the amount of people watching. So I have to go into subscribers today. We have a lot of new subscribers. I see things in my peripheral vision passing by the window. It's birds, but it always like, what the heck was that flying by the window? We got a huge ton of new subscribers that are actually public. So we'll start off with Amit Abba. Thank you. Raymond S. Makan P. Patrick H. Thank you. A Korean friend. Who is this? Why do I have a Korean friend? Could it be oh, maybe it was one of the parents I bumped into. Yes, it was. It was a parent. Yeah, I remember them. Okay, John G. Thank you. Lex, thank you so much, brother. I saw all of your comments and I truly, truly appreciate them. Lala, girls around the globe. Interesting. BJK Man and Thomas C. Thanks so much. Trent, Ubaid, Third O, and Lothar, Rod, and of course my buddy JJ Dub. Thanks a lot for joining. I truly appreciate it, guys. We had a lot of we have lots of subscribers, but we had a lot of public subscribers today, so that's really beautiful. Totally love that. Yeah, so we're gonna wrap up things shortly, unless you guys have some questions. Please, any questions, comments, let me know. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. I had one troll, and here's the thing: even trolls help the algorithm because they comment, which means they found it intriguing. I don't think the algorithm reads what they say; they just look at engagement. So I comment even on trolls, and someone said their name was PH sucks, so they don't really like Philippines. So I guess that's why they troll. And they said PH is going to die, Philippines is going to die, and I'm like, sorry you're not enjoying life. I hope things get better for you, something like that. Somebody else didn't like that I was eating and drinking while I was talking, but I mean, that's life, you know. It's not news channel, it's my channel. Let me see if I can find that comment. I don't know why. Sometimes I can see comments and sometimes I can't. I don't know. Let's see if there's any held. Nothing is held. Let's see. All. So first of all, Kevin, thanks a lot for all of your comments. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Morgan didn't like me eating and drinking. Keith, thanks again for your comment about SIM cards. That's really, really good way, and banking. I'm going to do a big thing on SIM cards and banking. Chemo, yeah, I'm trying to reach out to Britt and Tim. So, Daily Dosio is the one who gave me some really good advice. TT Nudge, giving me some updates on my geography lessons. Because I've only been here a short time, so I don't know the geography as well as I should. So thank you again for that. Terry, always glad to see your comments, brother. Mark W. Yeah, there is a big MC Life here. There is a big MC Life. So you can definitely join a club here. Even an American affiliate, you can join. Joshua, always happy to see you. I really hope that we can meet up when you're here. Ruskasku, being in Europe without an income, that is like being, what did he say? He said, having an income without being in Europe is the problem. And that's the first hardest step. Getting passive income or having an online income is the biggest, hardest first step. George, thank you. Appreciate your comment. I can't find that negative comment. I don't know where it disappeared to. Maybe I blocked it, maybe I didn't. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go right now and get ready for my lunch. Then I'm gonna come back, wash the motorcycle. Then I'm gonna go back to the gym and do some cardio. Then I'm gonna come home and sleep, take a nap, and get ready to meet up with Paul. And then in the evening, I'm gonna do editing. I have so much editing to do. But that's my plan for today, guys. Tomorrow, I'm gonna sleep in because I'm gonna be out all night. And Tim is coming over with his wife and sister-in-law around lunchtime, and we're gonna go down to the beach and enjoy the beach. And then Monday, back to work. Very slow week. I will be exercising most of the day. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for joining me and hanging out. Johnny, is that you, Mother Earthworms? Yes, it is. It is. I see your picture there. Thanks for, yeah, I have to meet Leah and one of the other property managers. I'm going to be interviewing them. So I'm going to be meeting them for lunch shortly. And then I got a couple of errands I got to run. And then we're on for dinner and going out with Paul tonight, okay? So I'm going to text you a little bit later for that. And tomorrow I'm going to the beach in the afternoon. So my friend Tim is coming over with his wife and sister-in-law, who's off limits. And we're going to hang out at the beach. So you can join us for that. I don't know what I'm doing Sunday night. We should do something Sunday night. We should go out. Maybe like have dinner or something like that. But definitely let's chat offline about tonight, okay? I'll talk to you in a bit. Thanks again. And I swear, I turned around after I was like shopping for fruit yesterday, and I turned around and I looked for you and you were gone. I was like, where did you go? I missed you. I edited that. I edited you in the video there. So don't worry. I made you look good. John is a guy I met here in my condo building, and it turned out he's Sri Lankan, Canadian, but lives in Australia. And we met on a forum. So I was on a Cebu forum, and somebody made a comment about how they didn't like this area, that was overpriced and everything. I said, in a positive, I said, I'm really sorry that you're not enjoying your time. But I don't know what realtor you talked to, but I found a place that is cheaper than where I used to live, and I have way more amenities. So I don't know what, who wouldn't love to live here? Maybe you're used to something different, but I said, I found it great here, and I live at One Pacific Residence, blah, blah, blah. And then John said, oh, you live at One Pacific Residence? Me too. And then we just like chatted offline, and then we bumped into each other on the street. It's such a small community. It's a one street. There's no place else that people can go to come in and out. And it's a 7-minute walk from one end to the other end. So, the only thing past my condo is the 2 hotels. We're the last condo for now. There's a new condo that's opening up further down later this year, but we're going to find out about that. Take care, brother. Have a great Starbucks. I'll see you later on today. I'll probably walk past Starbucks in the next half an hour or so. So I'll see you on the street. So this is how great it is here. The community is so wonderful. Like, I met John, and then John introduced me to Barry. I met Paul. Paul is going to introduce me to other Filipino friends because he lives here. Barry is like such a great guy. Like, I really want him to enjoy his time here. So I want to like give him some advice and some tips and tricks on what to do here. John's a great guy. Like, I love him. He's helping me out with my training and my exercises. He is so dedicated to his fitness. Absolutely love that. And he's extended his trip till end of February. So it's going to be great to, hang out with him more. My schedule is clearing up over the next 2 weeks. Like, Christmas is going to get crazy busy, but January, February, going to do nothing but go swimming in the ocean every day. That's going to be my thing. And I'm going to be, when I get back to Sri Lanka, I'm going to be counting the hours until I can return here for a year. And I don't have to worry. So it's not going to actually be a year. It's kind of actually be 18 months, because why return to Sri Lanka in the winter? So I'll go from August to April so I'll go August 2026 till April of 2028. So 20 months. Yeah, a year and a half. So that'll probably be, or maybe I'll go home for Christmas. Because coming to Sri Lanka in April is rainy season. Well, we'll see. I got to figure out when is the rainy season here, and I got to figure out the weather and the logistics. And it has to be more than a year, because that's when I get the best deal on a condo. Why do I keep slipping down here? Keep sliding on this chair. The other thing is, if I come here for a year, I will have to buy a good office chair. Well, no, actually, no, I won't need it because I won't be working that much. I mean, this chair, I'm leaning my head against the wall right now. This chair is like a very comfortable chair. It's not an office chair. It's a living room chair, but it's very comfortable. Wide, comfortable seat, good back, and then I can lean my head against the wall and not have to worry about hurting my neck when I'm working. But again, I'm not working that much. Not like I was last year, where I was working 40 to 60 hours a week for like 6 months contract. And I hope to do that again, because I'm killing in money. Like, I got a new contract coming in 2 weeks. It's going to be 5 days of work, and it's going to be a couple of hours a day, and I'm going to be making like $1,500. That's a month's expenses here in Cebu for 5 days work. Love it. But see, those are the things that are not guaranteed. I mean, it just showed up yesterday, and she sent it at 5 o'clock on Friday, but never followed up. So I got to follow up on Monday. Joshua, nice to see you. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose. Anyway, Joshua, good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I gotta say, let me tell you something, brother. I so appreciate your support. Like every time I see your comment, every time I see anyone's comment, it fills me with joy because I'm connecting with you, right? And I hope one day to meet all of my subscribers. So the plan is, Joshua, I'm going to stay here until the end of March. Then I'm going to move back to Sri Lanka for a short period of time where I'm going to plan my return. Now, is that return going to be August of 2026 or spring of 2027? That's where the question mark. And when I come back, it's going to be here. It's going to be to this condo, not this unit, but this condo building. This is the building I want. I want the next tower over, Tower B or Tower A. And I know which unit I want facing. I want it facing the other way. And I know what I'm going to pay. And I know what the layout is, right? Because all these condos are the same. I like this one unit the best because it's the newest. It's the best maintained. It has the best gym and pool for my needs. And for some reason, it's slightly less crowded than the other ones. It's very unique. Like, for example, we have access to the beach. You guys are going to see a tour of the beach and the pool that is located at the beach. So 5 minutes away by walking is an artificial beach, infinity pool, bar, and restaurant that we have access to. Now it's run by the hotels. And it's funny, when we go there, it's only hotel guests. Now the hotel has a pool. We have a pool here. But everybody goes down there because it's just so much nicer. And there's more people. And if you like to socialize, that's where you go. And I have met so many fun people. But the problem is they're all tourists. I've met people from Italy, America, American contractors in Korea, which was great to talk to them. I met some Korean girls. I met some Mongolian girls. They were the only ones who were here a long time. They were visiting from the other side of Cebu. They live in Cebu and they're going to school here, university. And they had come here for the day. But 90% of the people I meet are tourists because it's a tourist. The people at the hotel get free access. If you're staying at an Airbnb here, you have to pay to go in. So why pay to go there when you can have a free swimming pool? It's only long-term residents that get access. Joshua, I'm going to do a video about why you keep hearing people say don't buy a condo in the Philippines or Thailand or anywhere. And let me just give you the quick and dirty answer. Number one, you don't own it. There's a lot of first of all, you can't own property in Southeast Asia. You can't. You can lease a condo. I'm not sure. I need to find out, and I'm going today to find that out. I'm going to find that out. Okay. You can rent a condo. You can lease a condo for 99 years or 50 years or something like that. I'm not sure if you can actually buy a condo. I think you can. Okay. The second thing is that I don't want to put anything down. Okay. I don't want to be negative. But when you buy, you take on a lot of liability. And I would never buy a condo ever, anywhere in the world, because who knows how much it's going to cost to maintain in the future. And one of the things I found here, even in this community, is that the maintenance is lacking. the exterior dressing is maintained, but the interior functionality, not so much. You know, broken tiles in the pool, cracked walls, but the flowers in the front, perfect. You know, a few paint here and there, you know, like rusting, you know. That's why I didn't like my original condo. They couldn't afford to maintain it, and it was falling apart. So, you know, you pay your condo dues, but for what? Right? Those things will keep going up until finally the thing falls apart, and then you have an emergency increase in your maintenance fees because something broke, like the elevator broke. It's like, this is what happened in my condo in Toronto. There was the condo was heated by some kind, or cooled by lake water. So we lived on Lake Ontario in Toronto. So they would tap into this big pipe that was deep in the lake, and it would draw out water that was like 0 degrees, right? It would draw this water out and it would stay cold, and then they would run it through the condo to cool the condo or something like that. Anyways, one of these pipes broke in a condo above, and it flooded the whole hallways, got into the elevator shafts, flooded the elevator, and shorted out the equipment in the elevator. So the elevator stopped working. Now, luckily, I lived on the 3rd floor, so I didn't have to worry about walking up. But the elevators weren't working, and people were complaining, and they said, well, we went to an emergency meeting, and they said, unfortunately, the company that we bought the elevator from is no longer in existence. So the part has to be manufactured, and we have to pay for it, and it's going to take 6 weeks. Right? And then there was a supplement that it was too expensive, and they had to charge us each owner an extra fee. And the condo wasn't even finished yet. Like they were converting, like taking ownership. Property owners were I bought. So that was the first headache I ran into, and I wasn't even there a year, and they'd already raised the maintenance fees twice. And then taxes, and then taking care of the place, blah, blah, blah. And here's the thing. Who am I going to give it to? I'm 58 years old. Who am I going to give my condo to? And I'm going to talk about this in detail in a video. Let's say, for example, $100,000. $100,000, let's say for, you're 60 years old, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 US. For the next, let's say you live to 90, so 30 years. So you divide, let's just keep it simple, $100,000. $100,000 divided by 30 years, so you're going to live to be 90, is $3,000 a year, is $277 a month, okay? You're not going to get a condo for $100,000. You're going to have to pay taxes, and you're going to have to pay lawyers' fees, and you're going to have to pay maintenance fees. Okay, so that 277 goes up to like at least 400. I'm paying 400 a month. Okay, but if you have the cash to put that into that, that's great. Now you live rent free, but you're still paying maintenance. Okay, you're still paying maintenance and taxes. Darren, I would love to give it to you because you're the best. Okay, that's why I love you. And again, Darren, Joshua, this is just my opinion, okay? I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I'm saying this is my opinion based on my lifestyle, okay? So here, let me finish, Joshua. Why take that money, that capital, that you have either right now, that money's sitting either in your bank account or in your stock account or in money market or something, right? You have it invested. Why take it away from generating you income and give it to someone for a piece of land that technically you can't own and all the headaches that come with it, just so you don't have to pay rent? Why not keep it there, pay $400 a month from the interest and passive income that you're earning from that $100,000, $200,000 that's sitting in your profit generating securities? And when you buy a lease or lease an apartment, I've seen friends in Thailand lease for 30 years. They sign a contract for 30 years and they tell this one guy, I will find the video for you, I have it. He leased for 30 years. He was 50 years old. And he told the landlord, I'm going to lease it for 30 years. I'm going to pay you 1 year in advance for the first 10 years. And then we'll renegotiate in 10 years. But you pay the taxes. I will take care of all the maintenance. I will take care of the house. I will take care of everything. You pay the taxes. Signed right away. He paid 1 year in advance in cash. He takes care of everything. He changes things. He paints. He upgrades and everything because he's going to live there forever. And he calculated it was a lot cheaper for him to do it this way because he could keep his money making him money. And that's the trick. That's what we don't think about. Oh, I bought a property. I have equity. For who? Not for you, because you're losing money. So I am going to, when I come back here the next time, I'm going to do a minimum 1 year, but I'm going to negotiate a 2-year lease. I'm going to negotiate a 2-year lease. I'm going to pay 1 year in advance in cash so that I can get a better deal. So let's say they say, okay, 1 year lease is 30,000 pesos, which is about $500. I'm going to say, okay, I'll give you cash 1 year in advance, but I want to pay 25,000 pesos. I basically want 1 month free. They'll say yes. Okay, I'm going to sign for 2 years, but I'm going to pay 1 year in advance. And then when we come to the second year, right, I'm going to pay the second year 1 year in advance. And then I want 2 months discount for the second year. So, you come at it, they come here, you come here, and you meet in the middle. So I'll end up getting this place for about $400 a month and $100 in utilities at the high end. So I'll be living for $500 a month, which is more than what you could be living here. You could be living for $200 or $300 a month, but you wouldn't have all of these amenities and this village life. Okay, that's what I want, and I'm willing to pay for it. Okay, even outside of here, I have a video of the cost of living here and everywhere else. So, anyways, guys, I do have to wrap up because I have to go to lunch. Joshua, stay tuned for the video. I have it technically. It's going to be out on December 8th. I have it on my list of things of my videos. I'm going to ask that question of the landlord. I don't think so. They never asked me for anything. They asked me for my ID, which I only had passport. I don't have my Philippine ID yet because I'm short term. I booked for 6 months here. So they asked me for my ID. They asked for 1 month deposit and 2 months in advance. And then a $200 security deposit. So I paid. No, I can't remember what I paid. But generally, it's like you have to have 3 months rent plus a security deposit, or 2 months rent and 1 month's security deposit. Sorry, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had clothes in the dryer, and if I don't take them out of the dryer, they wrinkle, and I hate that. So anyway, you never have to show proof of income or anything like that. I doubt it. They don't really care about that from what I've done. Even when I signed on with my Airbnb, they didn't, but that's through Airbnb, right? They just want to ensure that, that's why they take the month's deposit, right? They basically have 3 months. But if I'm going to come for 1 year, I'm going to pay cash up front for 1 year. I mean, they take your passport information. So if you don't pay, I mean, come on, you're going to get in trouble. You're not a citizen. You can't run away to another place in the country, because you eventually have to leave the country, and they put an immigration block on you. So, because to leave the country, you have to have what's called an exit clearance certificate. That's a criminal background check. It's to make sure that you're not absconding, right? You can't just scoot off without paying your bill. After 6 months, you can do it at the airport. After a year, you have to wait 2 weeks to do it at the immigration office. So that protects people like landlords and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but it sounds like it does. Anyway, good questions, Joshua. I'm going to answer those questions on the 8th. The 8th of December, that vlog will go up, and I'll answer all of your questions. All right, brothers and sisters, I have to go. It's the end of today's vlog. I want to say thank you so much, everyone, for always joining. Darren, I'm glad you're home safe. Joshua, thanks again for joining the chat. I just so truly appreciate your time. When are we going to see you out here? That's going to be the best thing, is when we can hang out and have a coconut together and swim in the ocean. That's just, how can life not be beautiful when you're doing that, right, brother? I truly appreciate your time. Everyone, please remember, learn to live life. Don't let life live you. Be good to each other. Be kind. Be supportive. Let's all get to this dream, okay? Let's all achieve the dream, whether it's you share my dream or your own personal dream, okay? Remember, I'm not right. Darren's not right. Joshua's not right. Terry's not right. We're all right. Each individual person can take a little bit from each of us, okay? And then create their own paradise, all right? That's the most important thing. That's what we're going to share as a community. We're going to share what we each think is the best, and we're going to share what are the pros and cons, and then you can make your own decision. And remember, we're not strangers. We're just friends who haven't met yet. We'll see you all on the other side.